What's going on, YouTube? It's Tahir here, back today with another video, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about plastics. And this video has been kind of inspired by another YouTuber who goes by the name of Hamza. He was talking a little bit about testosterone and how to improve overall testosterone levels in men, and it got me thinking about the amount of plastic that we as a society nowadays just use up. And it is kind of scary, as he described in his video. I mean, you see plastic bloody everywhere. Plastic bags, cups, cutlery. I mean, the list just goes on and on. I mean, water bottles. And I can't remember what I was going to say now. Talking about plastics, and just wanted to talk about how people do not have enough knowledge nowadays to understand what is right and what is wrong. I mean, if you look at how fucked up the world has become, and I say that nicely, it shouldn't really be a coincidence to anyone when you look at some of the stuff that has been introduced and some of the stuff that we're being brainwashed with into using or applying to our daily lives. In this instance, plastics. Now, plastics are really bad for you, especially plastics that contain your food. So a lot of pre-packed meals, a lot of processed foods, ready meals, etc. from supermarkets will come in plastics. A lot of takeaway stuff, you might have to potentially heat that in a microwave, and that is probably the worst, because that is associated with estrogen entering your body. And as men, you want your testosterone levels to go up. You don't really want estrogen to go up. And when I heard Hamza say that, I thought, fuck, I've been using a lot of plastics, and you have it everywhere. And I sort of knew it in the back of my head, but I didn't even realise that plastics is even in stuff like bed sheets. And I felt pretty awful. Now, one of the things that I have done, and I've done this for a while, and I thought I'm kind of lucky for this, is I've stopped using receipts. Receipts, they contain a type of plastic called BPA, and if that seeps through your skin, that is pretty bad. And a point I wanted to make on that is I never take receipts, and I've not noticed that big of an improvement, but I have noticed a little bit of an improvement in terms of my overall health. And that's just one element that I have kind of eliminated from my life. Now, don't get me wrong, there are times where I'll have to take a receipt, especially for high value goods, but that is very rare. A lot of the times now, I just say to whoever I'm purchasing from, just send me an email with the receipt. It just saves me having to deal with the actual receipt itself, and again, it's overall beneficial for my health. Now, another thing that I've done, and to increase my testosterone levels, is I've tried to eliminate. I used to have a lot of soft drinks in from plastic bottles, and now I've reverted to cans. Now, cans still quite bad for you, especially the soft drinks, but it's not nearly as bad as if you were to say have it with plastic. Now, the one thing that I will recommend if you're going to have a soft drink is make sure the soft drink doesn't contain the sweetener aspartame, because that is known to be really bad for testosterone levels. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but I have heard a few YouTubers talk about it. I've heard Sterling Cooper, some of you guys might know him, talk about it. And yeah, so aspartame is one. And you've got the whole thing with plastics, then some of the chemicals that come out of tap water. So tap water is not fully filtered, so they'll add some chemicals to it. And again, tap water has been known via previous research to show that tap water also contains estrogen. And you can imagine, especially males especially, drinking some of that tap water, their estrogen levels are going up and their testosterone levels are going down. And that is one of the biggest reasons why you look at the men nowadays and you think, gosh, they're just women, or they act like women, and the women act like men. The world is it's almost like it's flipped on its forehead, and I think it's scary the way it's going. Another thing with it is, when I mentioned estrogen being in tap water, the point I specifically was trying to make was the fact that a lot of women especially are on birth pills, like contraceptives, that sort of stuff, and when they pee into the water filtration system cannot, no, so when they pee into the water, they secrete estrogen into the water, right, with their pee because of that contraceptive pill, and the water filtration system cannot filter out the estrogen. And what does that mean? That means that when you drink the tap water, you're intaking a bit of estrogen, and that is bad for you. That's almost like you taking plastic, because it's known to have the same effect, where plastic just releases estrogen into the body, or it releases estrogen mimicking compounds in the body that block the receptors that testosterone would have bonded to, and overall that makes you less productive, that makes you have qualities and characteristics that typically we would expect from a female, and that is never a good sign. But anyway, that's just a little bit of an education on plastics. I don't think plastics are particularly that good for you, and yeah, I would try and limit plastic usage as much as possible, especially from food and drinks, because that's directly going into your body. I would also try and stop it from other avenues as well, such as holding plastics, but I would start with what you're internally intaking into your body. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.